I'll bring you over and we'll do some char. Alright, so here's my char kit. It's getting late in the day and I gotta get packed up, so I'm just going to use the little tin I know works. That's the only qualm I have about this tin, is that it's so tiny, you know? But I still got, you won't be able to see the black cloth and the black interior. I'm just going to pack that with some of that charred material. Hang on. I had some that I set aside. So that's good. It's not like super wet, so I mean you could use it dripping wet, but you know it's gonna take longer in the fire. This stuff makes good char material, and it's oak too, so it'll, you know, hold a flame or a spark a little bit better than something like pine. It's a more dense wood. Honestly, when it comes to like herbalism and stuff, that is something I really want to get into. And Dave Canterbury, he brought up a good point, that if you're going to get into it, into herbalism and stuff, you should start with trees, because trees are a 4-season resource, like he says, you know. I mean, they're always there. You could have all the knowledge of plants in the world, but if, you know, everything's covered by 3 feet of snow, that knowledge is not going to do you much good. You're probably breaking that down a little too much. I want to keep it like somewhat whole. I just want to break it down enough to where I can really pack the container, you know, pretty well. Like, I'm not packing it super tight. This is more for like if you have a lower temperature spark. It's better for that than stuff found in nature. That can be tough. Use like a flint and steel spark. From my experience with a ferro rod, it'd be, you know, it'd be tough with a less powerful spark trying to ignite most things that a ferro rod will. Alright, so we're all set here. Plenty of extra. Anybody need some? Fill up your tin. Now, we need to get the fire going, because that's pathetic. Take me all day to make char cloth in there. Alright, I'm going to set this tin here where I will forget about it, I'm sure, and lose it. And then I'm going to get this fire going. If you can't tell, like I said, I put some really punky pieces down there. I just didn't really have the coal bed for it. Oh well, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can split this honking mess of knots, at least like a little bit, because that's really good dry wood. I want to get at it. I'm gonna need a more solid base than that. There's no stumps around here though, that's the only thing, and like, I don't really have a good log that I could lay on its side and do the sideways method, and I don't think the knots would be too conducive to that either. So without hitting the rock, I'm gonna give it a shot. Now this is where I need a second log. That would have been nice and split by now if it didn't have all those knots in it. Trying not to destroy my overstrike guard. I see a weak spot. Stopping me the first time. That does not want to let go. Couldn't have chose a lighter baton? See, this is the one I split before, and I was saying I could tell it was oak by the grain. I don't know, to me, I can just see that because I used to play the drums and I used to make oak drumsticks. I never liked them because they broke too much, but I can recognize the oak now. Having all kinds of technical difficulties here. The sun is getting low. I gotta hurry. What I was saying before the battery died, to make a long story short, down will compress more than synthetic fiber, but when you're laying on top of down, you don't get the insulative value that you do from synthetic. So it's kind of a trade-off. Like, I could go all down, this would be smaller, it would be lighter, but it wouldn't have as low a temperature rating. Get me? Good. Yeah. Alright, well that's one item stowed. I can put the headlamp away for now. As long as I get out of here in time, I shouldn't need it for the hike out. I'm done with my saw. Pack that up. At least it'll be cool when I'm hiking out of here because I only got this winter jacket. When I was hiking in, it was like warm. I was getting sweaty. And then it rained on me. And then it was going to be really cold at night. So I was, you know, I had to get set up, otherwise risk hypothermia. Let's get this fire going a little bit more. You gotta burn up that wood. Because I put effort into getting it. Man, the thing doesn't want to burn. It should still be able to get air. I know it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't know. She feels kind of soft. This one you got to kind of roll up twice. Once to get the majority of the air out, lock it, unroll it, and then roll it up again. Another thing I really like about these this thermarest bag, they make the bag large enough that the thing actually goes in it. Look at that. You can actually put some, you know, like a water bottle in there if you wanted or something. I wonder if I could even fit my bush pot in there. That would take up, or, you know, remove a lot of bulk, like space from my backpack. Well, it's still got my leftover rice in it right now, but I can still test it. This is why you gotta leave yourself a little extra time. The stop knot they put in came out, so now nothing will stay in there unless they fix that. I don't know why they just didn't do a necklace knot. Yeah, in fact, might as well. You can leave yourself a little tag end, but once you tighten it up, it all kinds of tightens on itself. That's how I make a loop last. It still has to go through here. God dang it. Alright, well, luckily they're not too hard to get undone. Fire's going. And on the bright side, it does fit my bush pot well. Alright, now we'll do our necklace knot. There we go. Alright. Crisis averted. Why is that loosening? Why is that loosening? Did something fall off? Oh man. Alright, I don't have time to mess around with it. I think there might have been a little bead on there that fell off, and I don't remember where I was when that came undone. So I'm just going to do a tighten this up real good first, and then just put a regular square knot there as like a stop knot so they won't slip in through, so it won't open. Doesn't need to be too tight so I can get it undone. There. Oh man, I still got the rice in my bush pot. I'm not undoing that. I don't have time. The rice is coming with me. And that was supposed to go in the bush pot as well. I was just testing it. I didn't plan on it breaking. It messed me all up. Alright, don't be alarmed. The coffee is safe and secure. Don't want to forget my little pooper scooper. I actually just found myself looking for this camera. Yes, crafted. See? See? Crafted. You won't be seeing this again. Well, it is kind of handy in the sense that, you know, it collapses. That's really the only thing going for it, except yesterday I couldn't get it to hold water without leaking. So it could be as nifty as it wants. If it don't hold water, it's not doing the one thing it's designed to do. So that's enough of that one. Just need kind of a flat place where I can fold this up. Uno plastic tarp. Good to go. The tarp did not want to fit. Shoot. Running out of sunlight here. Oy. Ow. Haha. Oh, I got a splinter. I can't see it, but I feel it. Like the tiniest little, you know, just enough for you to know it's there. Splinter. Ow, man. That is annoying. I forgot I still had to wash that pan, so I gave it a good scrub. I mean, with the green bandana. I just gotta go dry that out now, but I gotta get packed up. Before I do though, I just wanted to show you, I was walking over and so I still hadn't put my Altoid tin in. So I put it in just so that the little hole, I'll be able to see the smoke coming out. And if that's not done, you know, I'm sure it'll be done by the time I'm ready to leave, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, that sun is getting low. I mean, and the shadows are getting long. Give you guys one last view of the neat little stream over here. Here, sit down for a second. Watch the stream. So guys, right in the comments section, let me know what you think about this location. I like it, even though I don't think I'm supposed to be camping here, but wow, I just realized something. Look at this. I missed it the whole time I was here. That thing is dead. See the bark falling right off of it? I could have taken that whole freaking tree. And it's like, it's right there. I mean, that's my shelter. That's my fire pit tree. Fire pit tree. Oh, I wouldn't even have to go far. Well, that'll be, whoop. If I ever come back here, that'll be like my secret weapon. So I'm making a little flag post to dry my bandana. Well, honestly, this might be quicker. Oh, now I see that little bugger of a splinter too, now that I washed my hands in the creek. Right there. The tip of my thumbnail. What's ironic is that one thing I did want to include in my med kit was a pair of tweezers. Alright, let's do this. I don't think my char cloth tin is in the fire enough. I mean, that's got to really be in there. There we go. That ought to do it. I can tell I was really rushed when I was setting this up. To see if I had the knots that I was looking for, if I could have pulled them from memory, I wouldn't have been so rushed. Show you how I hang up my paracord plate. It works really well. I start by going outside the thumb, like that, just because it gives me a bigger overall loop. And I cross it every time. Just make sure you don't like pull it tight and you know, you let your fingers close. Leave a good amount of tail on there for wrapping. I mean, honestly, you don't have to do these too tight until you get to the end. It's nice and snug. And then what I do is when I get down to the end, I just kind of push it up and hold it. Come through. And just give it a good tug. If you notice these little stakes that I had for wings, They're only in the ground about that far because it's not them being in the ground that holds them, it's the fact that you're pulling from two different directions. You're really just putting downward weight on them. Now as I'm doing this, I just want to push all my prusik loops up to the end. This is why knowing the right knots helps, because I gotta get out of here. I gotta untie a knot. Our cloth is probably done. Luckily, it's not like a cake. You can't overcook it. There we go. Tarp down. Camp broken down. I mean, yeah, it's heavy for a tarp, but it definitely rolls up nice and compact. I have this yet to put away. Basically, all that's in here is my ground mat, my little silver thing that I love, sleeping bag, my shelter tarp, and that's, you know, whatever else will fit on top of it. But, you know, it beats having to wear a pack, like a frame pack, like have stuff on top, stuff all over on the bottom. This I just carry in by hand. But yeah, I mean, that'll fit in there, no problem. Alright, where to start? Char cloth. Okay. Alright. And I'm going to just double check the ground under where my shelter was, make sure nothing was left. Literally, good to go. While that char cloth tin is cooling down, I'll get my backpack packed up. All packed up, pretty much. The only thing left to go anywhere is this lantern. And then my pack saw. Just trying to finish getting all little bits in here. Again, taking time for the camera gear. I really don't want to have to hike out of here in the dark. So I've only hiked in here once and I was rushed because it was raining. Alright, so let's check our... Yep, that's cool. So it should be like crumbly, like fall apart, you know? Yeah, like that. That's good. I normally have a flint striker in there as well, but I don't have any flint, so I forgot to put it in there. And that all goes in my front pouch here. I got good tins coming. And this has like this little clip. You could use like a carabiner too, whatever. I just like to clip that shut because it is like a fall open kind, so when it falls open, it's made to like be completely open. Alright, I gotta go. Whatever. Now this is what I do with my hang bag, or this thing. I create a hang bag. I'll mess with that. Oh, you know what? I know how I can make it so this thing can't get lost. Bam. I don't use those for anything. Now there's no way I can lose it. I'm just going to do this side to show you, and then you get the idea for the other side. I just basically run it behind here, and then buckle the lower compression strap, the side compression strap. That's it, easy peasy. All packed up. Okay, good to go. How many times have I said that now? And we never are. Someone, this is the grand prize in the giveaway. My Bushcraft stool, and just to show you, it does support my weight. I am now in said Bushcraft stool. Haha. Well, this is it. That's what I'm leaving behind. Let's get the funk out of here. Look at how little light we got left. Well, I'm not good to go. I'm going. I'm out of here. I just wanted to grab, I almost forgot my hiking stick. One of the reasons I don't want to hike here in dark is because coming in, there were a lot of icy, just patches of ice that I have to walk, and I'm not doing that at night. That's another reason I wanted the hiking stick. I normally don't bring one. Alright, I'm hitting the trail. See ya. So I just had to show you guys this. I only been hiking probably about 5 minutes, and this is what the landscape looks like. I mean, Here I am talking about hunting for firewood. And that last place actually wasn't that bad. Alright. I wanted to show you guys that ice I was talking about. Look at this. There's some places where it was covering the whole trail. It's more like a road now, but that's because I'm by the entrance. That didn't take very long, honestly. That was a pretty quick hike. I'm not winded, I'm not tired, nothing. But you know, it's all downhill coming back. Well, that was easy. That was nothing. I'm in much better shape now, though, than I was like when I started doing this. Yeah, there's the river. Back at my car. I had a really good weekend, though. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, you couldn't ask for better camping weather. You know, no bugs, just cold enough to where, I don't know, I enjoy, like, you know, having to get the firewood and, you know, like actually needing a fire still. And I made it here before dark. Just barely, but whatever. Backpack feels, I mean, I don't think I ate that much food. But I definitely know I was eating a lot. It was like, it's so quiet not being near that, the little waterfalls and everything there now. Just dead quiet. That's the one thing about these woods, it's strange, like, you don't even hear like birds. It's like, it looks like it'd be full of life, but it's like just dead. I don't know, maybe dead's not the right word, but it's just, there's not much out there that makes itself known. Well, anyway, I'll get all this stuff off. Oh, that feels good. Hold on a second. That's what I was trying to say. That was good. I needed that. All that, you know, like the last couple weeks have been a real hustle trying to get my online business going. You know, nonstop. Taking orders on the phone with customers, distributors, other people that I'm trying to, you know, get the website up and running with. But man, everybody should be able to, well, you know, I hope everybody's got somewhere, you know, at least within driving distance that they can go and get out, spend a couple days, try it, you know, just throw up a tarp, throw down some blankets at this time of year. A blanket system would be all you need, really, you know, just nice wool blanket, a ground mat of some kind. But yeah, it's good for the soul, you know. I just feel great when I get done. Alright. Thanks for joining me. I just wanted to add something.
trip without getting injured or hurt. And mostly the slightest, but it's a good thing I had that med kit, because man, that splinter, it would have sucked having to leave and rush to the hospital, you know? No, seriously, it seems like every single trip, okay, well, 3 trips in a row, as I'm packing up my gear, bending down, rolling up tarps and stuff, I always like bend over and I'll have a like hard square rectangular object, like hard plastic, in my breast pocket, and it'll poke me, the corner of it, right in the ribs. And man, let me tell you, that hurts for like a few days afterwards, because you get this like little bruise. And that didn't happen this time, because I told myself I'm not keeping anything in that pocket. However, I was gathering firewood, slipped on some wet sticks, and you know, it was raining out and I was kind of rushing. And I slipped on some of these wet sticks, slipped down the hill in a hard plastic case. Yep, even though it was in the bottom pocket, it got me. I was so mad. I was like, no. I really thought I was going to make it through this trip without that thing poking me too. Same spot every time, right here. Oh. Very, very not happy it got me again. But other than that, I'm good. Oh man, you think if I made an offer on that, they would take it? What a beauty.
Hey guys, so I just got back from my trip, and I had my flint arrive. If you remember, I was saying I was getting some flint and some tins to further my char cloth kit, but that I had never actually tried flint and steel. Check it out. This is also what I used to make my bow drill fires with. How cool is that? Never struck flint before, but I keep telling everybody this little cheapy device is so awesome to have. And this flint works amazing. If you want sparks to go down, like into a char tin, you strike down. You know, and if you hold the char cloth on top of the rock and strike down with the striker, see, sparks go on top of the char cloth. And here everybody's saying that, oh, you know, if you're gonna do that, you better get your flint striking technique down. I don't know. It doesn't seem that hard to me. I mean, we're in broad daylight and you can see it's throwing some pretty good sparks. But yeah, I do believe I'm going to start selling these on my website as well. I think they're on sale on Amazon for like $12. This is an item that I know works because I've now used it in all its capacities as a socket for a bow drill set, as a scraper for a ferro rod. It works really well because it's got all sharp 90-degree sides, and now also as a flint striker. Before I actually, you know, made the decision to sell it, I wanted to try it in all its capacities and make sure it actually functioned as advertised, you know. So yeah, there we go.